The cold nights of Nova City were stirring unrest within Jack. On one side, there was the burden of his mother's illness, and on the other, he had limited money and a simple job. His life had turned into a bad dream. He stood in the balcony, gazing at the sky, with one question repeating in his mind. Should I do this? His mother's treatment and the growing medical bills were causing him immense mental stress. Suddenly, another option appeared before him. A man named Victor, a member of an illegal group. Victor had contacted Jack and offered him a path that could change everything. One night, when Jack was walking with a colleague towards the outskirts of the city, he was led to a secret location. There, he found Victor and his group. Victor said to Jack, "We need smart people like you in our team. One step, and all your problems could be over. Are you ready?" Victor's words sank deep into Jack's heart. A voice echoed in his mind. Can I sink this low? But he knew that if he missed this opportunity, raising money for his mother's treatment would never be possible. Waiting even one more day could cost him dearly. Victor explained the plan. He needed to steal from a laboratory. The place held valuable technical data that, if stolen, could earn them millions. The greed within Jack and his concern for his mother's treatment were pulling him towards this path. That night, Jack entered the laboratory with Victor and his associates. As soon as they entered, the security system activated, and the movement of guards put the entire operation at risk. Jack's heart raced, his breath quickened, and suddenly, a bright light shone on him. He was panicking, but then something strange happened. Electricity started flowing from his fingertips. Jack, in shock, noticed that his body was changing. He screamed in pain and pulled himself away, barely managing to get out. When he reached home, he was physically and mentally exhausted, but there was a new energy inside him. He looked at his fingers closely. He could move things with his will. Are these powers a new beginning for me? He asked himself, but fear held him back. Would he be able to use these powers correctly? That night, he went to his mother's room. She was sleeping, and as soon as Jack saw her, she softly asked, "Why do you look so troubled, son?" Jack replied with a fake smile, "Yes, Mom, everything's fine." He knew he wasn't telling the truth. His mother had no idea that her son had stepped onto a strange and dangerous path. Returning to his room, Jack thought that now there was no turning back. He had the powers, but would he be able to use them the right way? Between his mother's illness and the growing bills, he took a deep breath and said, "There's no turning back now." Now Jack stood with a new power and a new responsibility, struggling within himself. Would he use these powers for good, or would he continue down the dark path? This question would lead him toward his future.